Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Yet again, it is that time of the year for me to talk about my favorite movies of 2025. I'm even wearing the same shirt as I did last year for my for my best of 2024 video. So yeah, just a brief disclaimer before I get started. I have not watched every movie this year because, like I said before, and I'll say it again, I live in the Philippines, so not there are certain things, not everything gets released here, or there are movies that release very late, you know. So yeah, I've not watched every movie because I haven't gotten the chance to. So if there's a movie that you really like and you're looking for in this list that isn't on this list, it's probably because I haven't watched it, or it may be because I didn't like it as much as you did, but that's okay. Yeah, so like movies like Marty Supreme, I really want to watch that. I really, really, really want to watch that, but I haven't, and I can't because it hasn't been released here, which is a shame because I really want to watch that. Or Hamnet, I also haven't watched that because it hasn't been released here, and I haven't gotten the chance to. So yeah, there you go. Let's get started, shall we? Before we get to the actual list, I have a few honorable mentions, starting with Avatar: Fire and Ash. James Cameron yet again delivering another visually mesmerizing Avatar movie with awe inspiring action sequences. Sunshine, a Filipino movie that handles its very mature and controversial subject matter, especially because I do live in the Philippines and the subject matter is very controversial around here. And it handles it with a lot of care, and it definitely doesn't shy away from showing its horrors. Definitely one of the better films to come out of Philippine cinema in a while. Warfare. One of the best, if not the best sounding movie I saw this year. A war movie that just puts you in it, and I'll be pissed if this doesn't get nominated for an Oscar for Best Sound because it absolutely deserves it, and I will not be surprised if it does win the Oscar for Best Sound. Bring Her Back, another movie by the Philippou brothers, aka Raka Raka. I've been watching them since 2017, and I really do mean it when I say that they are, for me, top 5 YouTubers of all time. I fucking love their videos, and I always said before, they should make movies. If you watch their videos, you would know that. You would know why. Because yeah, they should make movies. And then when Talk to Me released, I was so happy for them, and now here we are, their second film with A24, a horror movie with A24. That's huge, and I'm happy for them. And they did a great job with this movie, like they did with Talk to Me. I watched Talk to Me in cinemas. I watched Bring Her Back in cinemas, and I will definitely watch Raka Raka. I will definitely watch their next movies, their future movies in cinemas. And yeah, call me a Raka Raka Glazer. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, they did a great job with Bring Her Back, another great horror movie. And last honorable mention. Now, this one was definitely the one of the hardest movies I had to review and rate this year, but rewatching it two more times at home definitely made me appreciate it more. And that is 28 years later. A lot of people, including myself, I feel like we're definitely expecting a more standard zombie movie when it comes to this. But I really do love and appreciate that Danny Boyle and Alex Garland didn't do that and instead gave us something somewhat different. They gave us a heartwarming coming of age story set within this universe, led by an amazing performance by child actor Alfie Williams. Amazing performance. Might be my favorite child performance this year. And we had a lot of great child performances this year, can I just say? So yeah, those are my honorable mentions. So without further ado, let's get to the list. Now, Black Bag tells the story of a couple who are both agents working for the same agency when one of them becomes suspected of being a traitor. And the result is an airtight 90-minute espionage thriller that is as clever as it is entertaining. This was directed by Steven Soderbergh, who also gave us the Ocean's trilogy. And he, alongside David Kep, the screenwriter, gave us a sleek, gossipy, yet simple yet exciting spy movie. It's a very minimal movie. Like I said, it's only 90 minutes, but the pacing felt on point. It never felt like it was rushing. Things were being uncovered in their own right time, and Soderbergh definitely lets his actors shine and take control of the movie. The whole cast did great. Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett have undeniable chemistry, and they both did great. Marissa Abella, Tom Burke, and Naomi Harris are all great. But I found myself really liking Reggae John Page in this movie. Now, some would say that he's playing his usual role here, that charming British man, but it really fit the movie, and the final confrontation scene, I thought he was great there. So yeah. An absurdly entertaining, batshit crazy thrill ride of a movie from start to finish. A movie that very much knows what it is and absolutely embraces that. A movie that memorably combines themes of codependency with grotesque elements of body horror. It's fucking gnarly, and I love it. Dave Franco and Alison Brie are great and hilarious in the movie. This is probably the most romantic movie I saw all year. You know, I watched this with my friends, as you can see in my review of the movie. You'll see it's on my channel, and we all had fun. We all loved it. Last year we had The Substance. This year we had Together. I love that grotesque body horror movies are making somewhat of a comeback. My favorite comic book movie of the year. No other movie I watched in cinemas this year made me smile as much as Superman did. I was smiling from ear to ear, from start to finish. Yeah, I was smiling pretty much the entire fucking thing. It was. James Gunn did exactly what he set out to do. He made Superman the hopeful, optimistic figure that he is. And he made an absolutely infectiously fun movie along with it. I watched this with a friend, and he said that it reminded him a lot of All Star Superman, the comic, and that is one of the main influences of James Gunn when he was making this movie. So that's take that information as you may. Now I knew nothing about this movie going in. I legit knew nothing. I went in blind. I didn't know what it was about, and I just heard about it. I just heard about this movie, and I watched it. And the opening made it seem like a certain movie, and then it quickly becomes another thing. I'm not gonna spoil it just in case some of you want to watch it that way. If some of you want to go in blind, but yeah, what a debut from Ava Victor. She wrote, directed, and starred in this movie, and she did an amazing job. uh, I won't just say I can, but I want to see her get nominated for an Oscar for Best Actress and Best Screenplay. If possible, Best Director. Because she did great in all three aspects. She really did. She impressively demonstrated control of this movie, of the tone and story. This movie has humor in it, but it never felt like it was undermining the subject matter. It never did. It always felt like a coping mechanism, which pretty much suits the movie if you watch it. If you'll know what I mean. Amazing, fantastic debut. I can't wait to see what she does next. Ari Aster taking on the COVID pandemic. Will we? D- Are we about to see a normal Ari Aster movie? Okay, a very weird, absurd, but also rational look into how divided the world, particularly America, the movie does speak mostly on America, was during the pandemic. It greatly showed the hypocrisy of both sides, and it's entertaining as hell. I'm in it. I love weird movies, and I think Ari Aster really does deliver on that front. And this one's no exception. Seriously though, as exaggerated as this may sound, if I had a friend who was in a coma throughout the entire pandemic, I would show them this. I would show them Eddington to catch them up. Definitely one of the most polarizing movies of the year for sure. There's definitely people who hate it, but there are people who love it. I'm on the side of loving it. A fantastic horror movie that lives up to its enticing premise, a movie that cleverly uncovers twists and turns by presenting us, the audience, with different perspectives of the story. I thought that was genius. I love that. I love those kinds of that kind of storytelling. And yeah, I can't wait what Zach Cranker does next. I thought he did a great job with this. I found this to be better than Barbarian, as I said in my review. The entire cast did great. Julie Garner, Josh Brolin, of course, Amy Madigan as Aunt Gladys. Of course, she did an amazing job. But for me, really, the standout is another child performance from Carrie Christopher. I thought he did a really good job. He was definitely the heart of this movie towards the end. Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, everyone did a great job. Great horror movie. This next one I found to be really surprising. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, and it's here. It's in my number 9 spot, and that is a brutal movie, literally and emotionally. A movie with a simple story and a simple structure, but very well done. This is a movie that could have gotten boring very quickly. Like it's just a movie of people walking. But the cast, the characters, their chemistry, alongside the screenplay that makes use of said chemistry, makes for a very thrilling and devastating ride. Also, that score, amazing. So for the next movie on my list, my number 8 spot, I'm gonna assume most of you haven't watched it. I'm even gonna assume that most of you haven't heard of it, which would make sense. It is valid, but man, man, is it good? You should watch it. An absolutely airtight movie that tackles the political state of the Iranian government on a much smaller scale. So the movie tells a story of a group of people that were all arrested by their government in the past and went through torture, and years later, they might have just found one of their torturers. And the entire movie is basically just this group deciding what to do with this person. It's a movie that greatly explores shared trauma and the effects it has on people's lives, as well as the morality that comes with dealing with that trauma. And it does it to a very riveting and devastating effect. Throughout the entire movie, we see this ensemble constantly arguing with each other, and the whole cast was phenomenal. I also love how personal this is to the director Jafar Panahi, who was also arrested by the Iranian government. So watching this, especially the final minutes of this movie, knowing that information, it was definitely moving in a way. You can definitely feel the personal attachment to this story, and I love that. And that's what movies are for. So I also forgot to mention that this has one of the best endings for a movie I've seen in 2025. Like that is how you end a movie. Good fucking job. Next up, we have one of my favorite cinematic experiences of the year. I watched this with my friends, and we all had an absolute blast, and that is an absolutely fun time in the movies. Come on. Like, come on. From Joseph Kosinski, who also gave us Top Gun Maverick 3 years ago, he once again delivers on an old school fashion summer blockbuster to an absolutely entertaining degree. It's basically Top Gun Maverick but with F1 cars. Yeah. The racing sequences are breathtakingly stunning. This is what summer blockbusters should strive to be. Just, yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. The third movie from Knives Out, and it's still as fresh and entertaining as ever. Daniel Craig is an absolute blast to watch as Benoit Blanc, but the scene stealer for me this time is Josh O'Connor. He was great, and like I said in my review, he's definitely my favorite protagonist from these Knives Out movies. Um, the previous ones being Janelle Monáe and Ana de Armas. They both did a great job, but Josh O'Connor, for me is my favorite, especially because I was very much surprised and delighted by how the movie tackled religion and faith. I really love that. This is also the best looking one, and I really would have loved to watch this in theaters. Yeah, it's a shame. So here we are. We're now at the top five, at my top five of 2025. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what my number five is? Yeah, okay, I'll just tell you. My number five is Guillermo del Toro making a Frankenstein movie. Like, come on, how can you not be excited? It's a match made in heaven. Jacob Elordi does a phenomenal job as Frankenstein's monster, from the facial expressions to the voice acting. Good shit. But the scene stealer for me really is Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein. He is a leading man. He brings so much energy into this movie. And man, he brings it. He absolutely brings it. He's great in this movie. From the very beginning, Del Toro immediately transports us into this world with the amazing visuals. The production and costume design are absolutely top tier. I can definitely see it winning the Oscar for both. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. This is the best looking movie I've seen this year. And it fucking pisses me off that it's only on Netflix. This should be seen in theaters. This And by the end of the movie, it just proved my rational fear for the recent merger between Netflix and Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers came out with a lot of great movies this year, like such as F1 and Weapons, which is in my list I mentioned earlier, and a few more movies that you'll see later down the list. And I just cannot happily imagine a future wherein I won't be able to watch movies like F1 in the cinemas. Like I said, I watched it in the cinemas with my friends and we had so much fun, because that's what the cinemas are for. It's a communal experience. Not only that, it's the best way to watch a movie. It's it's fucking second to none. Genuinely, I believe that and I will champion for that for the rest of my life. Yeah, that kind of became a rant at that point. But yeah, so when I watched the trailer for this movie, I thought to myself, oh, are we about to see, like similar to Eddington, I was like, are we about to see a normal Yorgos Lanthimos movie? My God, was I wrong. And I'm so happy I was wrong, because I don't know why I was thinking that. Begonia is an absolute acting masterclass from Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. Just about every scene where they're together and just talking and having a conversation is fucking riveting. The dinner scene, is that dinner? Or yeah, the table scene where they're eating spaghetti, fucking amazing. Jesse Plemons is so underrated, man. In my opinion, he should get nominated for Best Actor for this. He was so good in this movie, and yeah, he's so underrated, honestly. And I'm happy he's getting a lot of roles nowadays, a lot of good roles, and I can't wait to see what else he does in the future. Emma Stone is amazing as always. If she gets nominated for Best Actress, and I feel like she will, she deserves it. And she's been nominated a lot. She's won like twice. Yeah, great actress. And yeah, the last 30-ish minutes, fucking good old Yorgos Lanthimos. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Oh, okay. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Number three, a movie about a middle-aged man who loses his job and devises a plan to get rid of his competition. My God, was this an entertaining movie? Lee Byung-hun gives one of his best performances. A man who starts off as this joyful, successful father who has everything, that slowly descends into insanity and desperation. And he plays it off so well. He plays it so damn well. Park Chan Wook, who you may know as the person who directed Old Boy, the Korean version, of course, obviously. He directed the hell out of this movie. Just about every frame and shot shows his precision and intention, and clearly shows how well he was able to bring his vision onto the screen. Amazing job. The scene where Lee Byung Hun's character finally confronts his first target, one of my favorite scenes of the year. Good shit. Here we are, number two and number one. I actually had a pretty hard time choosing between what's gonna be number two and what's gonna be number one. I really was switching it. I was like, oh my god, okay. Yeah, I had to rewatch both movies last night just to really confirm it for me. And yeah, this is what I settled with. Can you guess what my number two is? Can you guess? Can you guess? I feel like, yeah. Yeah. What am I even saying? Let's just get to it. My number two is What is there to say that hasn't already been said about Sinners? Like, genuinely. It's an absolutely ambitious and it's a creatively phenomenal movie. Ryan Coogler, kudos to you. My God, did he do a remarkable job at writing and directing. This movie is the absolute definition of what Denzel said about culture in that one interview.
I think we're in a
Steven
space right now.
Spielberg did Schindler's List.
Mhm.
Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but they're cultural differences. You know, I know, you know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like.
Huh?
That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference.
All right.
So it's the culture.
The ensemble did great. Michael B. Jordan giving a great and nuanced dual performance as the Smokestack Twins. Great job. Jack O'Connor was a great villain, and Miles Catton, who plays Sammy. I am genuinely impressed at the fact that this is his first movie. This is his first like movie or TV or whatever. Like this is his first project outside of music. He did an amazing job, like genuinely. Ludwig Göransson is definitely getting that Oscars nomination for Best Score, and I won't be surprised if he takes that award home come Oscars night. He absolutely deserves it. The score is amazing. The music in this movie is absolutely amazing because it's a vital part of the movie. It's its own character. Like I said in my review. So yeah, the cinematography beautifully shot on film. I watched this twice in theaters. Once the first time in a regular theater and the second time in IMAX. Oh, and this movie is glorious in IMAX. Especially that scene. Don't regret watching it twice. I don't regret watching it in IMAX. Yeah, that sequence where Sammy sings, that dream sequence, it's my favorite scene of the year. I'm saying it right now. Absolutely. And I'm glad I watched it in IMAX because that's where it is. That's where it was supposed to be seen. That in cinemas. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. The end all be all. My favorite movie of 2025. We've made it. We've made it to my top one. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what my number one is? I feel like you know. It's a very common answer. I feel like you know, right? Right? What is my favorite movie of 2025? Roll the drum roll, or whatever, or however you say it. But yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. My number one is what a film. Like this is the kind of movie you just don't see nowadays because it's not really in demand. It feels so 90s with the story and the storytelling, telling a timeless story of revolution that also tackles the mistakes and shortcomings of the past and present while giving us hope for the future, represented by the character of Willa, played fantastically by Chase Infinity. May I just say, what a feature film debut. This is her first feature film acting. This is her first acting job for a feature film. What what a debut! Like what a film! What a first film! Like imagine saying that. Oh, my first film was one battle after another. I worked with Paul Thomas Anderson, and I acted alongside Sean Penn and Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro. Like what a resume already! Like goddamn, I definitely see a bright future for her. Like she was able to stand her ground acting alongside DiCaprio and Sean Penn. Like she did a great job. Leonardo DiCaprio is unquestionably fantastic. Like I said in my review, we don't question that anymore. The scene or the scenes where he's freaking out on the phone because he can't remember a password, fucking hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious in this movie. When I watched this in theaters, the whole theater was laughing. Like there was actually a lot of people in my theater when we watched this. Like crazy. I didn't expect that. But yeah, entire theater was laughing. He was absolutely hilarious in this movie. But Sean Penn is absolutely exceptional as Colonel Lockjaw. I definitely see him winning the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor because he absolutely deserves it. His walk alone deserves to win Best Supporting Actor. Like God, like come on, God damn. This is such a masterfully made movie, and I'm glad Paul Thomas Anderson got the budget and creative freedom that he needed to make this movie. Because man, he deserves it. I rewatched this last night on HBO Max just to confirm if this really is my number one, if this deserves the top spot. And for me, it really does. One of the most well paced movies I've ever seen. Yes, ever. 2 hours and 40 minutes fly by just like that. Like, seriously, I watched this in theaters, and when I was watching it, like when I watch in movies, when I watch in cinemas, I don't check my phone. I really don't. I either put it in the cup holder or I hold onto it here in my stomach, or if I'm in the cinema with one of those tables, I put it on there. But for this one, I put it in my cup holder, and like somewhere in the movie, somewhere in one of the sequences in the movie, a notification popped up on my phone. So when a notification pops up, I can see the time, and I saw the time. I was like, it's been 2 hours. I was I was I was shocked. I was genuinely shocked how like that it's been 2 hours because I was like, how the fuck? It went by just like that. But it never felt rushed. The pacing always felt on point. It was amazing. It was amazing work. I can definitely see this movie getting the Oscar for best editing because it absolutely deserves it. What a well paced movie. The score is also thrilling. The cinematography is fucking beautiful. I heard that this was shot in VistaVision, and to my knowledge, from what I read on from articles on the internet, that VistaVision is like the last movie that was shot in VistaVision before this was The Brutalist last year, and before The Brutalist, the last movie that was shot in VistaVision was from the '60s. So yeah, it's been a damn long time. Begonia was also shot in VistaVision, so I'm glad it's making a comeback because it looks really good. When I was watching this in theaters, I was like, "Fuck! I wish I would have watched this like in IMAX because the cinematography, like the landscapes, like I said, and the chase scenes, amazing work. The final car chase in the River of Hills, one of my favorite scenes of the year. Amazing work, like genuinely. Like, there are people I see people who are saying like, "Oh, it's just three cars driving on the road." Like, what? Exactly. It seems so simple, and yet they managed to make it so exciting and thrilling. What an excellent film. Definitely deserves a top spot for me. That is my favorite movie of 2025. And yeah, that's been my list. These are my favorite movies of 2025. Let me know down below in the comments what are your favorite movies of 2025. And yeah, uh, also little surprise for you guys. Since I'm 19, I'm only 19. I'm about to turn 20, but I don't watch every movie in cinemas, so I can't really give you like my worst movies of 2025. But instead, for this one, I'll instead give you my most disappointing movie of 2025, and that is Tron Ares. Very disappointed in that movie. The visuals are amazing. Nine Inch Nails did amazing with the score, but yeah, if you watch my review, you'll know. So yeah, that has been it for 2025. I'm literally filming this at 3 a.m. It's December 31. I'm filming this at 3 a.m. Yeah, so yeah, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you guys. And I'll see you in 2026. A lot of great movies coming up in 2026. Very excited. So I'll see you then, to my loyal 10 viewers. So thank you very much. And that has been your boy Bean. And comment down below what's your favorite movie 2025. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.